Hey kids! Ever had your favorite crayon break right when you were about to create your masterpiece? So annoying, right? Well, guess what? When Cassidy Goldstein was just 11 years old, she got super tired of her crayons breaking too. But instead of getting frustrated, she got creative. She invented something amazing called the crayon holder. Think of it like a superhero cape for your crayon pieces. With Cassidy's invention, you can use every little bit of your crayons without any trouble at all. No more waste and no more throwing away your favorite colors. So how does it work? It's super simple. You just pop your broken crayon into the holder, and voila! It's like having a brand new crayon again. Not only does this save you from broken crayon sadness, but it also helps save the environment by reducing waste. How cool is that? Cassidy's crayon holder is living proof that even the smallest ideas can solve big problems. And remember, you don't have to be grown up to make a difference. Cassidy was just like you when she came up with her brilliant idea. So next time your crayon breaks, don't throw it away. Use Cassidy's genius crayon holder and keep on coloring. Who knows, maybe you'll invent something amazing too. Keep creating, keep dreaming, and never let broken crayons get you down. Until next time, happy coloring. Have you ever wondered how the delicious Popsicle was invented? Well, buckle up because this story is about an 11-year-old boy named Frank Epperson who invented it completely by accident. Picture this. It's 1905, and young Frank is playing around in his backyard. One chilly night, he decides to mix some sugary soda powder with water. He stirs it up with a wooden stick and, oops, forgets it outside. The next morning, Frank wakes up to a surprise. His cup of juice had frozen solid overnight. When he pulled the wooden stick out, he had a frozen treat on a stick. That's right, Frank had just stumbled upon the creation of the first ever Popsicle. But the story doesn't end there. Frank started sharing his frozen treats with his friends, and they absolutely loved them. Years later, in 1923, grown-up Frank decided to patent his Popsicle invention, which he later renamed the Popsicle. And the rest, as they say, is history. So next time you're enjoying a sweet, icy Popsicle on a hot day, remember that it all started with a curious kid, a cup, and a wooden stick left out on a cold night. Isn't that amazing? Stay curious, and who knows, maybe you'll invent something awesome too.
A teenage dream takes flight from garage to glory. 16-year-old George Nissen loved to tumble. He practiced flips and twists whenever he could. One day, George was at the circus. He watched the trapeze artists soar through the air. He was mesmerized by their acrobatics. This gave him an idea. George wanted to capture that same feeling of weightlessness. He envisioned a device that could propel him skyward. He tinkered in his garage for weeks. Using scrap metal and inner tubes, he built the first trampoline. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. George bounced higher and higher, learning new tricks. He knew he had stumbled upon something special. He named his invention the Trampoline, combining the Spanish word for diving board with his own name. Little did he know this invention would change his life and the world of sports forever. Bouncing into the spotlight, the trampoline circus debut. George took his trampoline on the road, showcasing its thrilling possibilities. He performed at fairs, schools, and even in vaudeville acts. Audiences were captivated by his aerial maneuvers. The trampoline was an instant sensation. Circus owners quickly recognized the entertainment value of the trampoline. They incorporated it into their shows, adding a new layer of excitement. Trampoline acts became a staple of the circus, thrilling audiences with daring flips, twists, and somersaults. From backyard fun to Olympic gold, a sport is born. The trampoline's popularity exploded. Soon, backyards across America had trampolines. Children and adults alike discovered the joy of bouncing. It wasn't just fun and games, though. People realized the athletic potential of the trampoline. Formal competitions emerged, showcasing the skill and artistry of trampolinists. The sport gained international recognition, culminating in its inclusion in the 2000 Sydney Olympics. Finally, George Nissen's invention achieved Olympic glory. The legacy of Bounce, the trampoline's enduring impact. Today, trampolining is a recognized sport worldwide. Athletes train rigorously, perfecting their routines for a chance at Olympic gold. The sport demands strength, agility, and incredible body control, but the impact of the trampoline extends far beyond competitive arenas. It remains a beloved source of recreation, fitness, and pure joy for people of all ages. George Nissen's teenage dream, born in a humble garage, continues to inspire and amaze. His invention, a testament to the power of imagination and perseverance, continues to defy gravity and touch the sky. Hey there, science fans! Today, we're diving into the history of a winter staple, earmuffs. It all started with a teenager named Chester Greenwood. Imagine a bone-chilling winter in Farmington, Maine, back in 1873. Chester, just 15 years old, was braving the frigid outdoors. Winters in Maine are no joke. The temperatures plummet and the wind howls fiercely. Young Chester found himself battling the cold as he went about his days. One particularly frosty day, Chester's ears were taking a beating from the icy wind. He tried to shield them with his scarf, but it was a losing battle. The wind kept blowing it away, and his ears felt like they'd turn to ice any minute. Chester was frustrated with his scarf. It just wasn't doing the job of protecting his ears. He needed a better solution, something that would stay put and keep the cold at bay. As he walked along, his mind raced, trying to come up with an idea. Then it struck him. He remembered seeing horses wearing cloth coverings over their ears. Could he adapt that concept for humans? Chester rushed home, his mind buzzing with possibilities. He found some wire and asked his grandmother for help. His grandmother, a talented seamstress, was intrigued by his idea. Together, they got to work. Chester bent the wire into 2 loops, shaping them to fit snugly around his ears. His grandmother then stitched together some fur-lined fabric, creating soft and warm coverings for the wire loops. Chester couldn't wait to test his creation. He carefully placed the ear coverings over his ears, and voila! They were a perfect fit. The cold wind was no match for his ingenious invention. Chester's earmuffs were an instant hit in Farmington. Everyone wanted a pair to combat the biting winter cold. He patented his design and started a factory aptly named Chester Greenwood and Company. Word of Chester's cozy ear protectors spread like wildfire. Soon, people all across the globe were clamoring for a pair of Greenwood's champion ear protectors, as he officially called them. His invention became a symbol of warmth and winter preparedness. From the snow-covered streets of Chicago to the icy plains of Russia, people were sporting Chester's earmuffs. Chester Greenwood's simple yet effective invention revolutionized winter wear. Today, earmuffs are a beloved winter accessory for people of all ages, and it all started with a 15-year-old boy who refused to let the cold defeat him. Louis Braille was a bright and curious boy who loved to explore the world around him. Tragically, at the tender age of 3, an accident in his father's workshop stole his sight. The world, once vibrant and alive with color, faded into darkness. But young Louis refused to let the darkness extinguish his spirit. He yearned to learn, to read, to experience the world through stories and knowledge just like other children. Attending the Royal Institution for Blind Youth in Paris, Louis eagerly soaked up knowledge through the limited means available. He listened intently to his teachers and felt his way through raised letters on bulky books. But these methods were cumbersome and inefficient, leaving Louis frustrated and longing for a better way. Determined to find a solution, he began to dream of a reading system specifically designed for the blind. Little did Louis know his yearning for knowledge would spark a revolution, forever changing how the blind experience the world. His unwavering spirit, fueled by a thirst for knowledge and a heart full of empathy, would illuminate the path for millions to come. Existing reading systems for the blind, relying on raised letters, proved difficult to learn and even harder to use. Louis, with his nimble fingers and sharp mind, envisioned a more elegant solution. He found inspiration in an unlikely place, a communication system used by the French military called night writing. This system, developed by Charles Barbier, utilized raised dots to represent letters, allowing soldiers to communicate silently and in the dark. Intrigued by the potential of this tactile code, Louis set about adapting it for the blind. He spent countless hours experimenting with different dot configurations, his fingers tracing patterns, his mind ablaze with possibilities. Through tireless dedication and a refusal to be daunted by countless setbacks, Louis painstakingly crafted a system that was both intuitive and practical. He realized that using fewer, strategically placed dots would make reading and writing faster and less tiring. He diligently refined his system, his fingers dancing across the page, until finally, at the age of 15, he unveiled his groundbreaking creation, Braille. Braille's ingenious system utilizes a cell of 6 raised dots arranged in 2 vertical columns of 3 dots each. Different combinations of raised and non-raised dots within the cell represent each letter of the alphabet, as well as punctuation marks and even musical notes. This simple yet elegant system unlocked a world of knowledge and self-expression for the blind. Imagine the joy of a blind person feeling the distinct pattern of dots beneath their fingertips and comprehending the meaning. A word, a sentence, a story unfolding like a symphony in their minds. Braille wasn't just about reading, it was about writing, composing music, and engaging with the world on equal footing. With practice, Braille readers could decipher the code with remarkable speed and fluency. The system was intuitive, logical, and adaptable to different languages, quickly gaining recognition and adoption across the globe. Louis Braille's invention transcended borders, becoming a universal language of hope and empowerment for the visually impaired. Louis Braille's gift to the world extended far beyond a reading system. It was a testament to the power of human ingenuity and determination. His invention ignited a revolution in education for the blind, opening doors to knowledge and opportunity that were previously unimaginable. Today, Braille continues to empower millions of visually impaired people worldwide. It's an integral part of education, employment, and independent living. From textbooks to street signs, ATMs to elevator buttons, Braille has become seamlessly integrated into our built environment, fostering accessibility and inclusion. Louis Braille's legacy serves as a beacon of hope, reminding us that even in the face of adversity, one person's unwavering spirit can illuminate the world. His name will forever be synonymous with literacy, opportunity, and the triumph of the human spirit over seemingly insurmountable challenges.